She's just standing down there. Why? I do feel like I'm going the wrong way though. Oh, here you are. You finally decided to move. We do see a path here, so whether that's Tessa's...
Well,
footsteps.
Here's the crooked tree, but no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave, just to make sure this is the right spot.
You think it's Wait, is this the one we called the Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
This might take a while.
Not that one.
Lost in the chaos of history. What's that mean?
Not sure, but Michael should know.
When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year. It was really hard on him. He's still feeling it. Long time no see. You want some company?
Come on over. Make yourselves comfortable.
Okay, it was his footsteps.
So,
Is this a bad time?
with you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You wound me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
So we might be having some trouble finding a particular grave?
You serious? Walk straight to the big tree, then look to your right. I swear, bats have better eyesight than you two.
Says the guy wearing glasses.
Yeah, but these are magnifying glasses. And they do infrared, so I see everything.
They don't do infrared. Be friendly.
So what was your uncle like?
Oh boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms? The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
I think I'm getting the picture.
Not yet, you aren't. As grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him. He's the kind of guy who accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there. You and your uncle were really close, huh?
Definitely. I could push his buttons without even trying. My family's old school Clinkit. Spent more time with my uncle than my dad. He was the first person to test out all my new recipes. Even before Allison.
Guess I should thank Uncle William for saving me from a muffin top.
Can't wait to get home and try that famous marinade. So, what's the secret ingredient?
Wouldn't you like to know, huh?
Birch syrup.
How could you?
Twins before hoes, Michael.
Hey, can I ask you something about this place?
Yeah, shoot.
What's the story behind the Clinkett Memorial?
May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history. That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy, you just dug up our ancestors. That shit happened a lot.
God.
It does.
Assholes.
Yeah. And I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Well, I'm here if you're ever curious.
Talk to you later.
You bet.
You're not coming, Allison?
So, how are you, holding up?
The sooner this is all over, the better. So far, it seems like everyone in town's got an ugly secret. Please don't let me find yours.
I'm way too good at disposing of bodies.
It's actually quite true.
You did look an awful lot like Jack Torrance yesterday with that axe.
Here's Mikey. But for real, though, we gotta schedule a movie night. ASAP.
It does
Anyway,
happen
girl,
quite often
I know you're in it
in
right now, but
cemeteries where when they run out of
This must
plots,
seem real boring after all this, huh?
they'll dig up
Boring
old
sounds
plots.
so good right now. Binging
make
terrible
more room.
shows while my amazing roommate cooks something delicious. Heaven.
Delicious food for tax returns?
You got yourself a deal, mister.
Wish I had someone to do tax returns.
Wait up. Michael said it would be close to the crooked tree.
Ben, short and simple. I like it.
Come on. There's only a handful left.
Lewis. Wasn't he that fancy fisherman?
Yep. Eddie still watches reruns of the show he was on. Every once in a while, his face pops up. It's super weird.
Allison, you coming?
I better make sure he doesn't get lost.
I think I'm already lost.
Guess again.
I've already checked the ones to the right of the tree.
Not this one.
He did
There
say
we
to
are.
the right.
That's the one.
This
Don't
is
tell
to
me,
the left of the
mister.
tree.
Hello, Mr. Eagle.
Kids. It's time.
What? Eddie?
You really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for the best. I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
So... I know I said we didn't have to visit her grave.
But it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember where she is?
No. And for what it's worth, I remember staring at the water during the funeral.
Which means I'm thinking up here.
On Wednesday. I wish you could have seen her. Oh, hi. I
Hi.
didn't see you there.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to eavesdrop.
No harm done. Hey, you're that nice gal from the Becky store, Allison, right?
Yes. And you're... It starts with a K, right?
Kendra. Don't worry. Don't expect you to keep track of everyone who passes through. And you would be...
Her brother. I'm Tyler.
Pleased to meet you, Tyler.
I hope this isn't rude, but where's that accent from?
Georgia, born and raised. Landed in Delos about 2 years ago.
From Georgia to the middle of nowhere, Alaska. There's gotta be a story there.
Well, I wasn't planning to stay for more than a few months. And we came up for the fishing season, just like we'd done twice before. My husband, Meech, he always tried to convince me to stay on longer, but I wasn't having it. But then... Well, we lost him.
Yeah, I was thinking
Fishing
that.
accident.
Oh, God.
Which would be why
so
she hasn't
sorry.
left.
Way too many families around here have lost someone that way.
Yeah, something's gotta change. Anyway, now it's just me and my daughter, Jaina. And I just can't bring myself to pack us up and leave him here all alone.
Do you want to go back to Georgia?
Well, that's the real question, ain't it? I never used to like it here. Too cold, too quiet, like a frozen desert. Thousands of miles from family. But these days, I finally started to see it the way Meech did. All the beauty.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just wish it hadn't taken losing him to get me to come around. I'm realizing now I fought him more out of stubbornness than anything else.
That's gotta be hard.
Yeah.
Don't ever let your own sense of what is come between you and the people you love. It's a real easy way to squander precious time.
Do you think you might stay then?
Well, my mama's been making the case that Jaina deserves to grow up with family. And she's probably right. But if I'm honest, the solitude here is a bit of a relief. I don't have to worry what 100 other people are up to, just, me and my girl. No matter which way I look at it, there just ain't a clear choice.
What do you think Jaina wants?
I think she's happy to be wherever her toys are.
Yeah.
But when I think of how close I was to my cousins growing up,
Sounds like a
well,
kid.
she may not realize she's missing out, but she will be. I probably put too much stock in chance encounters, but... You have any thoughts?
Sorry, but I am so not capable of making that call.
Yeah, sorry. It was a strange question.
It sounds like you've only got good options.
It is only a
I
question
don't think
she
you
can
need to worry
answer.
about making a wrong choice.
I really appreciate that.
Well, we should get moving. I hope everything works out for you and your daughter.
See you around, Kendra.
You two have a good day.
Damn. She got kind of stranded out here.
I know. And her daughter's barely 2 years old.
Oh,
Ty,
This is it. Right?
yeah. God, I think I need a second.
I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah, all good.
I don't know which one it is. Is it that one?
I still haven't found it.
Sorry. All I remember is a bird jumping around on a stump during the funeral.
She's gotta be here somewhere. Not this one. Still not the one.
Can't even check that one.
This might take a while.
Can't be too many. Here we go. This the one? Yep, that's the one. But to get to this town to work out the truth of how she felt and
That
why
was-
she did what she was doing, and to find out she drowned rather than the way they thought she died.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What broke?
What
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
They have an evil eye towards her now.
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
No, I won't do this again.
Well, it almost happened because of you.
I refuse to be held responsible for her choices.
Marianne was fine until you reported her.
Fine. She was getting by on handouts for years. There are only so many times you can show up high to a generous offer of employment. Assuming you show up at all. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us until you threatened to have us taken away.
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well, just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking, please, just
is
forget I
Sam
said
their
anything.
dad, and that's why he was
Tessa.
looking after the place and all that.
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
Typical. Running away when things get tough. I don't buy that Marianne pushed you away. You turned your back on her. And now you're making excuses. Like always, you destroyed our family. You
were,
don't even have the decency to admit it.
You were Marianne's
I know
best
I've made
friend.
mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
You went through a very challenging time, and anyone could come out on the other side confused. There's help available out there, if you'll take it.
Keep your help.
So that's it then. We're done because I
She
believe
didn't-
something different than you?
No, it's because you don't believe in me.
I see. Then I guess there's nothing more to say. You two really are her children.
Hey, I know that was hard, but you did the right thing. Come on.
She being the religious type she is, she doesn't agree and doesn't accept
That was something, huh?
that he is
That
him.
was.
Well, if you feel like saying I told you so, now's the time. Everyone in our
Correct.
lives back then, none of them really gave a shit about us.
I
Sorry,
don't know-
I didn't mean...
It's okay. I mean, We had to force the truth out of Eddie, too. But at least he took care of us.
I get now why you're so pumped to go to Juneau. You know, a part of me really thought I'd come here and everything would be exactly the same. Ignorance is bliss, right?
You can say that again.
Yes, these two are twins. They were born both girls. I don't know Tyler's name as a girl, but when they were younger, at the time their mum died, Allison called Tyler Ollie. But she was the only one that called him Ollie at the time. So, yeah, I don't know his name back then. They are kind of psychic. They can see visions of past memories, like they actually see the memory happening, like we saw back at the tree. And they can also, when the voices are a bit different, they're talking to each other in their minds rather than actually speaking. So they can talk to each other without anyone else knowing.
You want to sit down for a bit?
Nice
Not a
view
bad
here.
view, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get now why they put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off. Listen, I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, you know? You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately, which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
It's just... I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
Basically, their mum died because she stopped taking medication. The policeman went to their house and told their mum that the one that we just talked to reported her for child neglect, and that child services had been called. He went to warn her that child services was coming. I think because she didn't want these two taken away from her, she was going to end it all for the all three of them. She went to the shed, loaded a shotgun, and started going after Tyler at the time. Tyler started yelling out. Allison heard, took some scissors out of the house and stabbed their mum in the back. Their mum fell into water. They thought the stab was what killed her, but they found out that she drowned instead. And when they talked to the cops about what happened, they said that Tyler was the one that stabbed her, not Allison. So Tyler was sent off to a child's camp, rehabilitation camp type of thing, and spent 10 years there. And now Allison's blaming herself for wasting the life Tyler should have had.
Nothing. You've been working on that accounting degree, and your art's good. Really good. Stop putting yourself down. As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
You make it sound so easy.
No. We never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure. And anyway, it's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh? Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her.
What I don't get
She was
is
too proud, but she worked so hard for so long.
I
and when
don't
she
get
reached the end of her
why
rope, no one was there to help her.
why do they call her Marianne?
Not even Tessa.
She
Or
was
Eddie.
their mum.
When she heard social services was coming, she
Gave up.
Yeah.
But killed her kids? Really?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't know.
That's what it looks like.
It still feels like there's something missing, right?
You're never gonna understand what was going through her mind. I'll bet even she didn't.
Well, she wasn't taking meds she was supposed to take, so to me, she didn't know.
It's probably always gonna feel that way.
I'm gonna fall asleep the second I hit the couch.
You better rally. We still have to do some cleaning before bed.
Do we have to?
Hey, whoever packs the most gets the big couch tonight.
Shit. Allison.
I'll get the fire extinguisher.
What? There was something in there that someone didn't want us to find out.
Tyler, are you alright?
Allison. Barn.
Stay there. I got it.
I wasn't expecting someone to burst out. He was kind of dressed like a character they made up as kids.
There was a guy. He smashed me in the face with the door.
What guy? What did he look like?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see straight, and he was all in black.
He ran down to that hut.
I don't know. But I'm going to find out. Did he really have to smash everything?
I might have found something. Is that a box under the barn?
Yeah. What the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to burn whatever's inside?
We should check it out. I'm gonna need to remove a few more planks to get to it.
Where could we possibly find a tool to do that?
These planks look newer than the rest.
That corner used to be all dirt for chickens. She was always saying how she was gonna make this place a real homestead. Little house on the tundra.
A chicken coop? This gas can was already here this morning. He went looking under the rug? Well, at least he left us the junker.